What's up, everyone? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now, for this one, I'm continuing my Fast and Furious review series. And for this one, of course, I'm reviewing Furious 7. Now, this is without a doubt probably my favorite Fast and Furious film in the whole franchise. You know, everyone's got their favorites. And this one is my favorite, and I'm going to explain to y'all in this video. Now, Furious 7 has the best fight scenes in the whole franchise. And it has the best villain, at least in my opinion, no franchise, until he started turning good. Started with Fast 8. Jason Statham's character started turning good, and Hobbs Shaw, he's like became like a hero too. Like, it's kind of crazy how they did that, but Furious 7, he was a great villain, because you understand the villain's point of view in this film. Kind of like Thanos, kind of like all the better villains, you actually get they actually explain their point of view, you know, and a lot of great villains. And this villain named Deckard Shaw, he explained his point of view. You understand his point of view? Because he wants to revenge his brother, you know, that they almost killed in Fast and Furious 6. And he starts hunting for the team. You got this great opening sequence where Jason Statham is in the hospital with his brother on the bed, and he's pissed. And you get some badass music playing. He said, "Take care of my brother. If anything happens to him, I'm coming by looking for you." So he ends up getting ready to track down the team and stuff. And then from there, you have Vin Diesel and Letty riding in the car, and then it shows the title pop up there, Furious 7. And then they go to this race wars, and then you got this awesome race between Letty and this other person. They race in this race wars, so it's a callback to the original Fast and Furious. And then from there you have The Rock and Jason Statham getting, like, The Rock and Jason Statham fights in this freaking office. You get this big epic fight scene, one of the best fight scenes in cinematic history in my opinion. With The Rock and Jason Statham knocking each other through glass, they both beating the shit out of each other. Left and right, both of them are just taking hits, beating the shit out of each other. You know, The Rock's using this freaking street fighting and wrestling style, slamming them and stuff, while Jason Statham using this freaking martial arts. They just both going at it in that freaking office. You have like a 3.5 minute fight scene in the office, and it was just freaking epic. One of the best fight scenes in the franchise, in my opinion. And then, Jason Statham basically puts The Rock in the hospital. And then, you know, of course, Jason Statham killed Han. Of course, you know, you saw that in the end credit scene of Fast and Furious 6. So, Dom wants to revenge Han. You know, he wants to have revenge of Han, while Jason Statham wants to have revenge for his brother. So, there's this, towards the middle of the movie, there's this, like, emotional scene where they get her to go to war. So, Brian O'Connor is sitting there talking to me on the phone. They're talking about the past, about him buying the freaking fish sandwich, you know, the tuna sandwich from the first movie. And then you hear sad music playing. You don't know if he's going to make it because of this big war that they're going to go up against. And so that scene was freaking amazing. Heartfelt scene, almost emotional. And then you also have a cameo from a little bit more in the cameo, but like it showed him for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. It showed him for like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes or something like that. And you know, Sean Boswell's character, you know, Sean Boswell, Lucas Black's character, Sean Boswell from Tokyo Drift. You have sort of a cameo with him. He's talking to Vin Diesel, and he's apparently going to be back in Fast and Furious 9, which I cannot wait for. And Fast and Furious 9 might be a big epic crossover, kind of like Avengers, you know. So yeah, and then they start talking and stuff, and he's like, "When you find the guy that killed Han, what you gonna do?" And then Dom's like, "The words ain't even been invented yet." So he don't know what he's gonna do with the guy that killed Han, but he didn't know what he's gonna do yet. And then you got this epic fight scene at the end. Well, we'll get to that in a second. You got this epic fight scene when they're when the team is driving, and then you have a big epic fight scene with Brian O'Connor and and Tony Jaa. And that fight scene was epic towards the middle of the movie when they're riding and stuff, like they're whooping ass. And then you got the ending when he fights Tony Jaa again, and then Dom ends up fighting Jason Statham this time, and this time they're fighting with weapons and shit. They're fighting with like ranches and shit at the end, and that was a freaking epic fight scene right there. That's freaking, I love that fight scene, one of the best fight scenes in cinematic history. I love that fight scene right there. And this film also has the best soundtrack in the whole franchise, which is I enjoy. And I love how they have a scene where this freaking red car goes through each building, just flies up the freaking building of the glass, and then goes to each building. And then this film just has some of the best action set pieces in the film. And I like the revenge story that they was going to tell. Like, yes, of course that happened in a lot of other movies, but this film did it differently in some ways, and this franchise is sort of like a superhero franchise. It really is. Like Jason Statham, he's like Thanos in this movie. Kind of like Thanos was in the Avengers movie. He's kind of like that in this movie in a way. And I enjoyed this film from start to finish. And rest in peace to Paul Walker. Now we're going to get to the very end of this film where they showed a tribute to Paul Walker at the end of this movie when they play that song, I'll See You Again. That song was so emotional. And then Dom and Brian O'Connor, they both split ways. And then it was so emotional. I remember me almost turning up in that freaking theater by watching that. So this film is like my favorite one of the franchise. That's one of my favorite action movies of all time. This might be my favorite action movie of all time. And stuff. And I'm just a huge Fast and Furious fan. I'm excited for Fast and Furious 9 coming next year. Next year is going to be a year of movies and TV shows, because Cobra Kai Season 3 is coming out next year also, which I cannot wait for. Sometimes I don't even know which one I'm most excited for, Cobra Kai Season 3 or Fast and Furious 9. I might be a little bit more excited for Fast and Furious 9 just by a smidge, but I'm very excited for Cobra Kai Season 3 also. So yeah, Furious 7, if I had to rate this film, it is 11 out of 10 for me. 11 out of 10 for this movie. I have no negatives at all to say about this movie. 11 out of 10 for me. I just love this movie from start to finish. This movie never, ever gets old. 11 out of 10 for me. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share. And also hit the bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.